Are you curious about how to get to and around Walt Disney World? Well, let's take a look at that. Hi everyone, it's Kat from the Mouse Scout, and today I thought we'd take a look at all the various modes of transportation to get to Disney World from the airport, and all your transportation options for getting around Disney World when you're there. Disney World is big. It's around 43 square miles, which is about twice the size of the island of Manhattan, so you absolutely have to have transportation at this massive resort. There is a lot of undeveloped land at Disney World, so walking is not an option in most cases. The good news is that most of the transportation is free. Disney provides ways to get you from your hotel to the parks easily. All it costs you is time and patience. And time is money while on vacation, so it's important to know your options. For the purposes of this video, we are going to assume that you are staying on property. That means that you are staying at one of the 31 Walt Disney World resorts. But even if you're staying at a hotel in Orlando, you may still need to know how to get around Disney World if you want to visit more than one location while there. Our motto is to know before you go. Your first step before you even leave home is to make sure you download the Disney World app. Navigate to the burger at the bottom right corner, those are the 3 horizontal bars, then scroll down to transportation. This may help you when you're on vacation in case you've forgotten anything from our video. Since Magical Express sadly went away, getting to Disney World has become a much bigger problem. It's about 20 miles from the Orlando airport to the resort, so this is an expense everyone must incur now. By the way, MCO is the airport designator code for Orlando Airport and stands for McCoy Air Force Base, which is what the airport used to be. There are many rental companies at the airport where you can pick up your rental car in the parking structure next to the terminal. This is very convenient, although it's likely going to cost you more to rent at the airport than you might pay for a rental from an off-airport company. But it does save you time at the end of a tiring travel day. My favorite rental company is Alamo. You can check in on their app or website before you leave home, then go straight to your rental car upon arrival. You don't even have to check in at the desk or the kiosk. They're not a sponsor, I just like them. The downside to driving your own car or rental car is that you may encounter toll roads between the airport and Walt Disney World. I usually pack quarters in my backpack to use, but you can search for routes without tolls in the Waze app. There are ways to get around them. There are 2 great options for shuttle bus services, Mears Connect and Sunshine Flyer. Both these services will take you directly from MCO to your hotel. Mears Connect is in the same spot you used to catch the Magical Express in, Terminal B Level 1. Mears Connect is actually the same company that used to run Magical Express, so it's basically the same process. They run 24/7, so even if your flight is delayed, you can still get to your hotel. Sunshine Flyer is also at the airport in Terminal B, but it's the opposite direction of Mears. These shuttles are modeled after a 1920s train and are very cute. Their hours of operation are from 4 a.m. to 11 p.m., but be sure to check their website for current hours. You can get a Lyft, Uber, or Wings rideshare from MCO to the resort. Be aware that you may pay more if you're using these services during peak times. It's called surge pricing. So be sure to check these prices against what you might pay on one of the shuttle buses, and vice versa. There are also taxis available. Flat rate fees are not authorized, however, and the metered rate will vary. You can get an estimate at taxioautofare.com, but you can always ask your driver. If you're still looking for something else, There is a long list of companies on the Orlando International Airport website of limousine companies and private cars for hire. You can find this list along with other local transport information at this website. Okay, so now you're at the resort, and we need to go over how to get around during your stay. Let the fun begin. I've been driving around Disney World since I was a teenager. I'm the family driver, so I know the resort well. However, I do occasionally get lost. New routes and highways pop up at Disney World from time to time, and it may take me a day or two to reacclimate. But I do, and if you pay close attention, follow the signs, you can get wherever you need to go quickly. Just plan on a little traffic here and there, especially around dinner time and when the parks close. So having our own car saves us time, in my opinion. If you've brought your own car or you're in a rental car, there are a couple of things to know. As of January 10, 2023, overnight self-parking is complimentary to guests staying at Disney World resorts. Standard self-parking is also complimentary for day guests enjoying select dining, shopping, entertainment, and recreation experiences at the resorts. Disney World has a massive fleet of buses, around 350 of them. Every bus is handicapped accessible too. You can catch a bus from every resort at Walt Disney World to take you to the parks and downtown Disney. The monorails. I have a very clear memory of riding the monorail when I was a kid and being astonished that we actually went through a hotel. It blew my mind. I can still hear the sounds of the doors being closed at the station before they were automatic. I can recite the spiel, "Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténgase alejado de las puertas." I just love them. There are 3 separate monorail lines that travel throughout Walt Disney World. The resort monorail line circles the Seven Seas Lagoon and travels between the Transportation and Ticket Center, or TTC, Polynesian Resort, Grand Floridian Resort, the Magic Kingdom, and the Contemporary Resort. The express monorail goes directly between the TTC and Magic Kingdom, so if you're parked at the TTC, this is the direct route to the park. The Epcot monorail offers round-trip rides between the TTC and Epcot. My favorite thing about taking the monorail to Epcot is that it circles inside the park before arriving at the station. It's a great view, unless of course there is construction.
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner.
The Skyliner is another iconic Disney World mode of transportation, and it's the newest. Gliding over the resort, listening to the comforting and friendly voice of the Skyliner announcer, giving us details and trivia about what you're flying over, is very pleasant to me. I do really like this mode of transportation at the resort, and I hope they expand it someday to reach other areas as well. This state-of-the-art gondola system has 5 stations you can travel between. Starting at Epcot, the station is just outside the park by the International Gateway and World Showcase. From there, you can travel to Disney's Riviera Resort, then to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. This is where you will find the hub for the Skyliner. You will be transferring here if your destination is not the Caribbean Beach Resort. From here, you can travel on to Disney Hollywood Studios or on to Art of Animation and Disney's Pop Century Resort that share a station. There are over 300 gondolas in 8 bright colors. Some are wrapped with our favorite Disney characters. Personally, I prefer the ones that are not wrapped because you have an unobstructed view of your travels. The Skyliner reaches up to 11 miles per hour and a height of 60 feet. If you are a small party of 1 to 2, you will likely share a gondola with other people. Just be prepared. The gondolas hold up to 10 people. Yikes, that would be crowded. In my opinion, the most relaxing way to get around Disney World is by ferry boat or water taxi. Disney has an enormous fleet of boats. It's actually one of the largest fleets in the world. It's a common way to get around Disney World because there is so much water. so we'll break it down by area. As an alternative to the monorail, you can take the ferry boat from the TTC to the Magic Kingdom. When you board, go straight to the other end of the ferry for a beautiful view of the park up ahead. It's a great way to arrive for your magical day. To get to the Magic Kingdom from the resorts around the Seven Seas Lagoon, you can take launch boats from the hotel's docks. These resorts are Polynesian, Grand Floridian, Wilderness Lodge, or Fort Wilderness. Note that the Contemporary and Bay Lake Tower do not have launch boats to the Magic Kingdom. However, you can just do the 10-minute walk or take the monorail from the Grand Canyon Concourse on the 4th floor of the Contemporary. If you're staying at the Boardwalk, Yacht Club, Beach Club, Swan, or Dolphin resorts, you can take a friendship boat to Epcot or Disney's Hollywood Studios. For Beach Club and Yacht Club, you can catch the boat from the Lighthouse. Boardwalk's dock is in front of Flying Fish Cafe. Swan and Dolphin is at the dock in the middle between the two hotels. There are several boats that operate between select resorts and Disney Springs. These resorts include Port Orleans Riverside and French Quarter, Saratoga Springs and the Tree Houses, and Disney's Old Key West. Ride-sharing is, of course, an option at Walt Disney World, especially when the parks close and the lines for the buses, boats, monorails, or Skyliners are miles long. It may be worth the expense when you are tired and/or irritable. Have you seen those cute little red and white polka dot minivans driving around the resort? Well, those are minivans, of course. And I mean M-I-N-N-I-E vans. Disney has partnered with Lyft to offer this whimsical ride service. These are Disney-owned and operated vehicles. You just order it through the Lyft app and select minivan. The minivans include up to 2 complimentary child seats if needed for children under 6 years of age. They also have accessible minivans that accommodate wheelchairs and car seats. These seat up to 5 people, and they offer 1 complimentary car seat for one of the 5 passengers. There is also 2 spaces available for mobility devices. You know how I said at the beginning of the video that walking is not an option in most cases? Well, here are the few exceptions. For instance, you can walk from the TTC, Polynesian, Grand Floridian, Bay Lake Tower, and Contemporary to the Magic Kingdom. The farthest is from TTC to Magic Kingdom, which is about 1.2 miles. You can walk from the Boardwalk, Yacht Club, Beach Club, and Swan and Dolphin hotels to either Epcot or Disney Hollywood Studios. It's about 1.25 miles between Epcot and the studios by foot. You can walk from Saratoga Springs to Disney Springs. It's about 0.75 miles. You can walk from Old Key West to Disney Springs. It's about 1.5 miles. Not all these paths are well lit, however, so Disney discourages guests from walking them at night. And last but not least, you will be able to get trams from the parking lots to the TTC or the entrance to the parks. Since COVID, however, Disney has been slow in returning the service to Epcot and Hollywood Studios, so let us know if you've seen that they've returned in the comments below. So there you have it. Every way we can think of to get around our favorite 43 square mile resort. Did we miss anything? Feel free to let us know. Also, what's your favorite or preferred mode of transportation around Disney World? I think transportation at Disney is an interesting topic because there is no right way or wrong way, so I would like to hear your way. Thank you so much for watching, and please be sure to hit the thumbs up button to help our channel out. Also, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already because we will continue to explore what makes Disney so magical. Until next time, be safe and remember, it's all just designed for fun.